Like I said, we
the
talked
story-
about once. Maybe talk about
I'd
your
like to
story
tell you.
of Patton and his.
We were at
and
one
his
of the reunions
grandson.
that we used to hold every year over the Labor Day weekend, and they'd be in a different city each year, and people had to bid for their city 3 years in advance. But it was wonderful to get all the people that were able to get to these meetings together, and we had a great deal of fun. And we had visitors that would come along, and most of them had tales to tell or something that was of interest to people. And this one day we had a visitor, and his name was Patton, and I forget his first name, but he was the grandson of George Patton, the famous general from World War II, which I had met, not socially, but I knew him and he knew me. But he's not one of my favorite people. But yet, this man sat down and he said, "You probably want to know about my grandfather." And we said, "Yes, of course we'd like to know." He said, "Well, my earliest recollection of him is we had a farm in Maryland, and he came to see us one time, and he came in full dress uniform with pistols on his hips, and he said he's acting like he's still in the Army, and he was in the Army then. This is prior to World War II, and just prior to it. You see, he died in an automobile accident after the war had ended, actually. But the thing about it was, this gentleman was trying to tell us what his grandpa really was like. And he said he came to the farm, and they were walking around looking at all the lovely things that a farm has. And when a creature came out from a shrub and ran across and went under another shrub, and she said, before we could do anything, he had pulled one of the pistols out of his belt and aimed it and shot the thing dead. And he was a crack shot, incidentally, because he was on the World Olympics, I think, for the 1924, but I could be wrong on that. But he was an Olympics pistol man. And in fact, he didn't like the name pistol, I don't think, much. He preferred, handpiece, handgun or something. But can you imagine how that I felt that was my favorite cat? And his grandfather had shot it and killed it. And he said, that's forever in my mind when I even think of him.